People living in the suburbs of Cleveland are being forced to pay for a deadly police-involved shooting that didn't even happen in their towns.
NewsChannel 5 has spent months digging through documents and doing the math, and the results are a bit surprising.
Megan Hickey now with our exclusive investigation.
I therefore also find the defendant not guilty of felonious assault.
With a few words, the protests broke out.
Don't trust the justice system. Don't trust the police.
Over the case of 2 unarmed civilians shot at 137 times by 13 police officers in 2012. And to this day, not a single one convicted.
We're all wearing the same uniform.
The aftermath was felt far beyond the city limits.
Some of the animosity or mistrust transfers to agencies that weren't even involved.
Fairview Park Police Chief Eric Upperman told me many residents think the chase and shooting was contained to Cleveland and East Cleveland. Well, think again. Fairview Park Police helped with the Brelo trial protests, and NewsChannel 5 uncovered just how far the overtime bill tapped into taxpayer pockets.
Between the training, backfilling officers that had to leave to go to the crowd control call-outs and SWAT call-outs.
Chief Upperman had to pay $8,300 in overtime for 3 Brelo-related calls for assistance, which means taxpayers forked over nearly $10,000 for those officers' pensions.
Stand back, please.
And Fairview Park is not alone. Bay Village said the Brelo protests put a dent in their overtime budget as well. This year, the bill came out to nearly $5,000 in pension bucks.
I have not done anything.
For 2016, Rocky River asked for an additional $103,000 for police overtime. Why? You guessed it. Their chief told the Rocky River City Council they took a hit after the Brelo trial, and the cost of that manpower has never been refunded.
We don't want no problems with y'all white police.
Chief Upperman told me they're making moves to cut the overtime budget next year.
Citizens of Fairview have to be safe.
But he says the fallout from the Cleveland police chase will take much longer to mend.
The perception of law enforcement is changed by the actions of one department, and it puts all of us under the same microscope.
And here in Cleveland, the Brelo trial racked up nearly $2 million in police overtime. That was twice the city's budget. In Cleveland, Megan Hickey, NewsChannel 5.